The exhibition is to showcase to Scotland and, Glasgow and Scotland, the environmental legacy of the Commonwealth Games. One of the key features of Glasgow winning the Games, apart from the fact that Glasgow is well known as a city that hosts big sporting events and also big festivals and other types of architecture and design events, is the fact that Glasgow won the bid on the basis that 70% of the buildings were already in existence, so there was very little risk that the Games wouldn't happen. But in addition to that, the city used that fact to capitalised on that fact by using the money that it did have and the money it was able to invest in delivering the Games, in improving the infrastructure between those buildings, and also for looking for gaps in the city where there were opportunities to put new buildings in order to create a whole network of buildings around sport that would be there to improve access for the people of Glasgow, but also to encourage people in Glasgow to become more active in sport. We also have a remit to take what we do to the public, and so there will be a lot of events around bringing the public into the building and putting on events from seminars to learn to grow your own food, to going on walking and cycling tours, in order that the infrastructure that Glasgow's put in place begins to be used even before the Games by citizens, so that they start to familiarise themselves with changes that are happening in the city, and also with how to get to some of these sporting venues that they might have tickets for. In addition to the venues, there are other types of projects. On the back of events like the Commonwealth Games, there's always a legacy programme. Now, the legacy programme for the Commonwealth Games is a 10-year programme which is running both within the city but also more widely in Scotland through Scottish Government. And some of the activities within that are not really sports related, they're more about getting people more active in the city. They're about encouraging people to use the outdoors, to learn more about the environment and so on, particularly because this is the theme of this exhibition. And in terms of events for children, we have one of the 20 legacy projects from Glasgow City Council is a play called The Worm, which is really a play about ecology, and it's a kind of puppet play. But it's been travelling all over the country, but we're actually going to have 3 performances take place in the Lighthouse, specifically aimed at children. We'll also have growing your own food type events that are aimed at children, and possibly some of the outdoor events like walking and cycling tours going from this building out to some of the venues will also include opportunities for families, maybe if not specifically children. I think for me the key thing is that Glasgow has shown, by the way in which it's gone about putting together the Commonwealth Games, that to say it's not necessarily an expensive thing to do, obviously it's an expensive thing to do, but by working really hard to make the best of what you already have, then you can create wonderful opportunities to give back to the citizens of your city or your town. It's not just something for Glasgow, it's something that can go much wider elsewhere in Scotland. And there are lessons that can be learned from what Glasgow's done that could really be applied anywhere in order to improve any town or city, not by looking at the things that don't work, but by making the things that do work better.